Indonesia's deputy speaker has confirmed that parliament will not ratify changes to election laws that sparked protests in Jakarta and in multiple cities across the country. Lawmakers need more time to deliberate. Earlier, security forces fired tear gas and water cannon at demonstrators, angered by the changes they say would have strengthened the influence of outgoing President Joko Widodo. Let's get more from Chandni Vatvani. She is joining us from Jakarta. First of all, Chandni, talk us through what Parliament actually said about dropping those changes.
Well, Jill, eventful is certainly one way to describe today's events. Deputy Speaker of the Parliament, Sufi Dasko Ahmad, has confirmed that the planned ratification of the revised regional election law has been cancelled. He has said that what will apply at the time of registration of candidates next week on August 27 is the decision passed by the Constitutional Court. Mr. Dasko explained one of the factors that went into cancelling the planned ratification is that the plenary meeting could only be held on Thursday and Tuesday. Therefore, he said it would be impossible for the Parliament to pass the bill next Tuesday, which is the first day of registration for the regional elections. Now, he also confirmed that there would be no more plenary meetings tonight, as had been widely speculated. And so this means that Indonesia's legislature will not ratify changes to the election rules during the current government's term.
And how has that impacted the demonstrators? What's the situation on the ground right now?
Well, the scenario now quite different from when I was there just a few hours ago. Earlier, I stood among thousands of protesters angry at what they perceived to be efforts by the government to undercut a constitutional court ruling that will open, or rather has opened up, elections to rival candidates from smaller parties. Now, protesters I spoke to said that they would keep showing up until the parliament decided to drop its ratification plans. Some protesters I spoke to also said that they felt the parliament was crossing the line and the sanctity of the constitution. Demonstrators also managed to enter the grounds of the parliament building by breaking a section of the front fence, and police armed with shields and batons were then forced to push the protesters out of the parliament grounds. Indonesian security forces also fired tear gas and water cannons at demonstrators gathered outside the parliamentary building that we were at. And the situation clearly dynamic and developing. And with these latest developments, the protesters, while they are still there outside of the parliament complex, they are seen to be slowly dispersing themselves.
Appreciate that update live from Jakarta. Chandni Vatvani there.